Greetings, explorers of the shadows and seekers of hidden truth. You have entered the portal of the unknown, a place where ancient secrets challenge the present and prophecies echo through the cycles of time. Here, every revelation opens the door to even deeper mysteries, and every discovery brings us closer to a knowledge that many would rather keep buried. In this realm beyond the veil of common reality, we delve into forbidden writings, forgotten artifacts, and stories that defy traditional logic. The records of the past hold truth that has been suppressed, erased, or distorted over the centuries, and it is our mission to unearth these fragments and reconstruct the puzzle of hidden existence. What really lies between the lines of ancient texts? Who decided what should be forgotten and what should remain? These are the questions that drive us, for where there is mystery, there is also the need to uncover. Prepare yourself for a journey that challenges not only common understanding, but also the very perception of reality. Throughout time, humanity's greatest mysteries have been surrounded by layers of secrecy, protected by secret societies, hidden beneath dogmas, and shrouded in ancestral fears. But here, at the portal of the unknown, the pursuit of truth is relentless, and the shadows concealing the deepest enigmas begin to fade. With each revelation, we move closer to a knowledge that could forever change the way we see the world and our place within it. These are connections that transcend eras, stories that challenge the official narratives, and secrets that, when brought to light, reveal a new understanding of what is real and what has been distorted over time. After all, the truth never truly disappears. It merely waits for those brave enough to seek it. So, explorers, are you ready to dive even deeper into this ocean of mysteries and uncover what lies beyond the borders of conventional knowledge? The journey has only just begun. Humanity advances without brakes, driven by its own ambition and blindness, propelled by an unrestrained progress that does not always lead to light, but often to darkness. Civilizations have risen and fallen. Empires have been built on the promise of greatness, only to collapse under the weight of their own decadence. But have we been warned about this path? Could it be that somewhere in the sacred scriptures there is a warning about the fate that awaits us if we continue to ignore the signs? Biblical prophecies foretell a disturbing future, an ominous omen of difficult times that many insist on disregarding. The warning has been recorded for millennia, yet few pay attention. In the last days, terrible times will come. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, 2 Timothy 3:1. Words that eerily resonate with the era we live in. Look around you. The relentless pursuit of wealth, the glorification of the superficial, the worship of pleasure above all else, every detail of the prophecy seems to be unfolding before our eyes. But what does this truly mean for us? Is it mere coincidence? A natural cycle of humanity? Or are we witnessing the first signs of something much greater, something irreversible? Everywhere in the modern world, we see evidence of what was foretold. Empathy is becoming scarce, individualism is growing stronger, and morality is being reshaped according to the conveniences of society. What was once considered sacred is now questioned and devalued. Truth dissolves amidst distorted narratives, and those who dare to speak about these signs are ridiculed, silenced, or labeled as alarmists. There is no doubt that humanity is treading a dangerous path. Hedonism is replacing spirituality, materialism is corrupting hearts, and arrogance blinds those who could see. The prophecy is not just a vague warning about a distant future. It is a mirror of the present, reflecting what many refuse to accept. But if the signs are so evident, why is there still so much resistance to acknowledging them? Could it be that admitting this truth would mean accepting that we are nearing a point of no return? The scriptures do not merely warn, they also provide answers. The great question is there still time to change course, or are we doomed to continue forward, ignoring the signs until it is too late? Timothy's prophecy is not an isolated warning. It is part of a greater puzzle, a narrative that has unfolded since ancient times and connects to other prophetic events. Are we witnessing an inevitable cycle, or is there still a choice to be made? The fate of humanity seems to be written, but is there truly no way to escape what is coming? As the signs continue to multiply, the real question is, how many still have ears to hear them? We are living in an era of rampant spiritual decay, where the very foundations of morality are being eroded little by little, and the distinction between good and evil becomes increasingly blurred. The values that once upheld entire societies are dissolving like mist at the first touch of daylight, while the world plunges into an unstoppable cycle of degradation. The prophecy is not just a distant warning, a vague whisper of an uncertain future. It is an undeniable promise that judgment will come, that a reckoning is inevitable for those who ignore the signs. Just as in the days of Noah, corruption spreads like an invisible poison, seeping into every layer of society. History repeats itself, and the pattern remains unchanged. A generation that lives without limits, indulging in its own desires, oblivious to the fate that awaits. For as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and they did not realize until the flood came and took them all away. Matthew 24:38-39. Life continued seemingly normal, with no apparent signs of impending disaster. Yet, danger was at the door, and when the storm arrived, there was no time for repentance. What does this prophecy tell us about the present? We are living in a time that mirrors the past, where the relentless pursuit of immediate pleasure overshadows any concern for the future. The illusion of security controls the minds of many, and few recognize the warning signs accumulating before us. Moral corruption, contempt for the truth, and denial of divine justice create a scenario that perfectly reflects the world before the flood. The same arrogance that ruled in those days now manifests in different forms, but with the same essence: a complete disregard for anything beyond the material, a pride that defies the very order established by God. Humanity walks its path without realizing that it treads on unstable ground, ignoring the fact that history has already taught us this lesson. Noah preached, warned, but was ridiculed and dismissed. Only when the waters began to rise, when judgment became undeniably real, did the people understand the truth. But by then, it was too late. Today, the situation is no different. The warnings are everywhere, but how many truly take them seriously? How many believe they can continue rejecting divine principles without consequence? The false sense of security fuels the illusion that everything will continue as it always has, that there is nothing to worry about. But judgment will come. That is the promise of prophecy. The question is not if it will happen, but when. Just as in the days of Noah, many will only realize the truth when it is too late. The clock of history moves forward and the signs are multiplying, but will humanity awaken in time? Or are we doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past, ignoring the warnings until the inevitable finally arrives? Biblical prophecy does not merely predict future events with frightening accuracy. It also offers hope amidst the chaos. Judgment is certain, but divine mercy remains extended to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. While the world sinks deeper into its own moral decay, there is a promise for those who seek the truth, for those who turn to God and place their trust in Him. The Lord is good, a refuge in times of trouble. He cares for those who trust in Him. Nahum 1:7. This promise echoes through the ages, shining like a beacon for those who desire to escape the fate reserved for those who choose spiritual blindness. But the pressing question remains: are we paying attention to the signs? Can we recognize the warnings unfolding before our eyes, or are we, like the people in Noah's days, living distracted, trapped in the illusions of this era? Prophecy has never been just a warning of destruction. It has always carried with it an invitation to repentance, a call for those who wish to find refuge before it is too late. The same God who warned about the flood prepared an ark. The same God who pronounced judgment on Sodom sent angels to rescue Lot and his family. And the same God who warns us about the last days also offers a safe refuge for those who trust in Him. The problem is that humanity often prefers to ignore the signs. The modern world glorifies arrogance, self-sufficiency, and the rejection of spirituality. Technology, comfort, and entertainment create a curtain of distractions, blinding many to the reality unfolding around them. Prophecies are being fulfilled before our eyes, yet how many truly see them? Christ's words were clear: "Watch therefore, for you do not know the day nor the hour." Matthew 25:13. The call to be alert has never been more urgent. The refuge is available. but one must choose to seek it. God doesn't force anyone into the ark, but he keeps the door open until the last moment. The question is, how many will enter before it closes? We are living in times of trial where the faith of many will be tested, and only those who are firmly rooted in the truth will stand. There is no neutrality in the spiritual battle unfolding. Either one is prepared or one is caught off guard. Hope is not found in fleeing or denying reality, but in the certainty that for those who trust in God, there is protection even in the midst of the storm. Chaos may increase, morality may deteriorate, signs may multiply, but the promise remains firm. He cares for those who trust in him. The time to wake up is now, before the final events make it impossible to ignore what was foretold millennia ago. The shadows of the unknown conceal ancient mysteries and divine revelations, guarding secrets long forgotten or deliberately hidden from humanity. Time moves forward, but the echoes of the past continue to resonate, announcing a destiny that was already written before many even realized its inevitability. Prophecies are not mere distant warnings or vague metaphors to scare the unwary. They are precise records of a future that has already begun to unfold before our eyes. Every event that manifests today has already been foretold for centuries, and those who pay attention know there are no coincidences when it comes to divine purposes. Humanity is walking towards a breaking point, a moment when the choices made will define not just the course of history, but the eternal destiny of millions. It is not just about fearing the end, about looking to the future with dread and anxiety, but understanding that there is a deep call, an urgent summons to awaken before it is too late. The purpose of prophecy has never been solely to announce destruction, but to warn, prepare, and offer a chance for redemption. Those who see beyond the illusions of this age know that every warning carries with it an opportunity for change, a chance to choose a different path before the inevitable takes place. But the great question remains: how many will truly hear this call? History shows that humanity has repeatedly ignored the warnings it has received. Before the flood, before the destruction of Sodom, before the fall of great empires, there was always a warning, always time for repentance. Yet most chose to continue living as if nothing was about to happen. Today, the situation is the same. Signs are multiplying, prophecies are being fulfilled right before our eyes, but the world continues its reckless march, increasingly distant from the truth. The awakening required is not merely a recognition of what is to come, but a complete transformation in the way we perceive reality. It is a call to abandon fleeting illusions and seek what truly matters, to question the narratives imposed upon us and look beyond what is shown to us. The truth is available to those who seek it, but few are willing to face it because it demands a radical change, a departure from the false securities the world offers. There is still time, but it will not last forever. With each passing day, the window of opportunity narrows, and the moment of decision draws nearer. The shadows of the unknown will continue to conceal truths many prefer to ignore, but those who truly seek will understand that the ancient secrets have never disappeared. They have simply waited for those ready to see them. The destiny of humanity may already be written, but individual choices can still make a difference. The question is, who will have the courage to awaken before the last page is turned? If you wish to continue this journey and uncover the hidden truths, subscribe to the Portal of the Unknown. Here, you will not just be a spectator, but an active participant in the search for revelations that have long been concealed, waiting for those who dare to face them. With each new step, each new discovery, you will draw closer to understanding that transcends the mundane and reaches the heart of the deepest questions of existence. The truth is waiting, but not for those who hesitate, for those who settle for the superficial answers society offers. It is reserved for the brave, for those who dare to go beyond what is comfortable, for those who are not afraid to question everything they thought they knew. This is not an easy journey, but the greatest truths are often beyond what seems accessible. In the Portal of the Unknown, you will find the keys to unlock these hidden realities, and the only requirement is that you have the resolve to seek without giving up until the end. The path will not be without obstacles, and the truths you will encounter may challenge everything you know. But if you are ready to see beyond the shadows and understand the lessons that have been passed down through generations, then wait no longer. The door is open, and the opportunity to step into this unknown territory is right in front of you. Subscribe now and join this journey of revelations. The truth is waiting for those brave enough to seek it, and the portal of the unknown is your first step toward unveiling it.